Take one. You might know that I absolutely love living on Kauai. For every 5,000 things that I love about Kauai, there might be one thing that is painful. So I thought I'd dedicate one video to talking about what I don't love about Kauai.
Come away with Annie to Kauai.
Life is short. Buy the beach house. Live the dream. If you love Kauai as much as I do, or if you're looking for reasons not to love it, hit the like button and subscribe below. The chickens, right? Generally speaking, I don't even hear them. They don't wake me up anymore. I don't overly notice them anywhere. But every once in a while, like when I'm filming a YouTube video and I'm trying to say something, it's like squawking away. One of the most difficult things about living on Kauai is deciding which beach you're going to go to. You finally figure out which beach to go to, and you're driving there, and you suddenly drive by a great hike, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful day for hiking. Maybe I should do that instead. That kind of hard decision making is so difficult that you have to be a real beach lover and a beach expert to make any kind of wise decision. Another good reason to subscribe to my channel. How do I spend the day in the most beautiful place on the planet? If you can't handle that kind of tough decision making, living in LA might be better for you. Or New York City, it might be a little more easygoing. The real pain point about living on Kauai, it's a small community. It's really important how you treat people, because if you treat the guy who does your drywall poorly, there's only one other drywall guy on the island. Now that's not exactly true, but that's one of the pain points of Kauai. When your car needs to be worked on, there's only so many mechanics on the island, so you might be waiting. People will often ask me if I have island fever, right? That feeling of you just have to get off the island. And honestly, I think it's something that used to be a bigger deal. I think things like Amazon Prime, the internet, free long distance calling, that's kind of resolved most of island fever, right? It's easy to communicate with people, it's easy to get things. It does take a little longer on Kauai than it does if you live in Seattle or some other major hub where Amazon delivers every day. For the most part, the whole island fever thing I think has gone away for most people. Another thing about living on Kauai is it is an expensive place to live, right? Real estate is expensive, grocery stores are expensive, the gas is expensive. You know, there's this old saying that I still love, which is you don't have to be rich to live in Hawaii, you just have to want it, right? And you find that the people that live here have chosen that alternative, right? They're putting their lifestyle and where they want to live as a priority in their life. Honestly, when I look at other coastal communities on the west coast of California, they're generally more expensive than Kauai. So, and I think Kauai is more beautiful, right? So to me, it is an expensive place to live, but it's still the best place to live. Definitely better than California. Another thing about Kauai is we have this thing that we call talk story. It's a small island. Most people know each other, and when we see each other, we like to talk story. Now this means you might think you want to have a 2 to 5 minute conversation with someone, but they want to have a 30 to 45 minute conversation with you, right? Don't be in a rush to run off and do something because you need to talk story with your friends and neighbors. I mean, how annoying to live near people who actually care about you. Who can put up with that? Another thing that's really tough about Kauai, not only do we have amazing tropical fruit, but we have the best varieties of those fruits, right? We don't just have pineapple, we have sugarloaf pineapple. It's the only place in the world where it's grown. Now, sugarloaf pineapple is acid-free. Usually when you eat pineapple, you'll get cold sores in your mouth. An acid-free pineapple, you don't get any of that. And the taste, it's so sweet. You have to decide between these really perfected exotic fruits. Another example are these. Now these are called apple bananas. If you can tell, they're much smaller than regular bananas, but they're also sweeter. It's a thicker banana, right? A regular banana that you buy at the grocery store, it barely has any flavor anymore. These apple bananas are amazing, right? So you have to decide between what amazing fruit are you going to eat on any day. The traffic on Kauai, we actually do have traffic. It's not like LA traffic, or DC traffic, but what is. We do have a little traffic bottleneck in Kapa'a. They're widening the road there, so hopefully it'll be cleared up soon. But I guess a negative, at least living on the North Shore of Kauai, could be that, going to Costco, it's a half-day trip to get out there, go to Costco, and come back. Which I guess is why we still shop at Foodland, the most expensive grocery store in the United States. You constantly have visitors. If you follow me, you know I come from an enormous family, and they are constantly coming and expecting me to entertain them. But I'm busy working. This is my life. Guys, I moved to a remote island. Don't you think I want to be left alone sometimes? The people that you've known and loved throughout your life, they all want to come and visit. I like to say everyone just needs a little excuse to come to Kauai, and I'm happy to be that excuse. In case this didn't come across, most of these things that I don't like about Kauai are actually positive, right? They're things I love about it. It's why I chose to live here. I don't think there's any place that compares to Kauai in terms of beauty and weather and lifestyle. It's so great on Kauai. The thought about living somewhere else, it's just painful.